Hey, what up? It's Brad with Home Love Construction, and today we're in a bathroom that we're literally in the middle of remodeling in Trinity, Florida. You can see we're literally in the middle of demolition. Our demo crew literally just finished getting all this crap out. They haven't even gotten all the debris out yet, but I wanted to come in and shoot a quick video about why I hate garden tubs and how I can help you destroy your garden tub if you're interested in that. So, in this Trinity area, a lot of the master bathrooms, obviously we're in a big master bathroom right now, and it had a garden tub when it was built by the builder. Super common. It's a pretty inexpensive way to have a tub and a shower. There's both in this bathroom. You see a lot of these, again, in the Trinity area, in Newport Richie, and even in places like Palm Harbor and even North Tampa, sometimes even in South Tampa. So garden tubs are, in my humble opinion, the bane of my existence. I hate them. I think they're the ugliest thing that has ever been put in a house in the history of the world. So what we like to do is destroy them. So we'll try to throw in some footage of us actually pulling this thing out. But essentially, what you get when you pull, I'm gonna step down in here, what you get when you pull a garden tub out of a house is you get a big hole. And so there's a good and a bad to this. So the good is a lot of the plumbing is exposed. Down here you can see we've got our supply lines already exposed, so when our plumber comes in tomorrow to do our rough-in plumbing, he's gonna be able to just stub off and maneuver his plumbing to wherever it needs to go down in here. But then a lot of people ask the question of, okay, well, what do I do with this space? Do I put a new tub in here? If so, what kind of tub do I put in? Or do I just eliminate it? Then what do I do with all this extra space in my bathroom? Well, there's a couple things you can do. One, you can put something else in its place. We've seen people expand their showers. This one, the shower's all the way over there, so it doesn't necessarily make sense to expand the shower. But what the customer here is doing in place, which I think is super smart, and they already had this idea before we even came in and looked at the project, is they're putting a freestanding tub in here. So one of those where it just sits right down on the ground, no framing around it, totally standalone. It's gonna be beautiful. Big white standalone tub. And so what that requires that some people might not realize is a completely different plumbing setup from a garden tub. Whereas a garden tub, you basically just need a regular tub hookup essentially because it's elevated off the ground, it's up on the framing. With a standalone tub, you have to hit the plumbing in the exact perfect location because that tub has to get lifted up and slid down on top of the plumbing. So not only do the supply lines have to be in the right place, more importantly, the drain has to be in the exact location to fit under that tub. And most of them are compression fittings. So once that tub goes down, that plumbing needs to be set in place in the perfect position. The plumber can't usually get under it and adjust it. So you gotta use a good plumber to do these, or at least a contractor who knows a good plumber or will be able to check the plumber's work to make sure that they land it spot on so the tub will just slide down in. Now, that said, in this bathroom, after we pulled the tub out, rough in the plumbing, now we have this big hole, right? Well, that means we gotta fill it in concrete. So literally on the opposite side of the room, we just brought in maybe 12, 15 bags of concrete. And so that's gonna have to get mixed in here and poured in. So a lot of times when we're talking to people about removing a garden tub, they don't understand the amount of cost that goes into it. You're talking several $1,000s to do the actual work. And when I say several thousand, I mean $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to just do this portion with the tub. But it's because there's so much involved. There's so much demolition. You have to remove concrete. There's a jackhammer over here in this box because yesterday people were literally jackhammering out concrete. In fact, so we had to use 2 jackhammers, one little one to do the little breaking, and then a big one to get this big slab out of here so that our plumbing can be moved. So there's a lot of man hours that go into it. Once the tub is gone, obviously this all has to be filled in underneath me. We gotta insulate the wall, and then we have to do new drywall in this area. And potentially even on this one, we're adding a knee wall, so we have to do framing as well. So there's a lot of work that goes into making it ready for the tub to actually go in. It's not so much a matter of just pull the old tub out and slap the new one in. There's a lot of prep work and things have to be positioned just perfectly, so that takes a skilled person. So all that to say, there are costs associated with it, but it's absolutely doable, and there's some great alternatives to having a big, massive, ugly garden tub that's frankly a big waste of space. You can put in a beautiful freestanding tub in its place and make your bathroom just phenomenal. And so one extra thing that I want to point out in this bathroom is whenever you're doing something, and I always say this, I think this might become my tagline, whenever you're doing remodeling, do the full Monty. Don't wait to do something that you think you want to do. Bite the bullet, put up the extra money to do everything you want to do while the bathroom is opened up. Because for example, in this bathroom, this whole wall behind me is going to become one big accent wall. So we brought in Justin McPadden with Finishing Touch Drywall, and he's going to be doing, or excuse me, that's his other company. His other company that does Venetian plaster is called Artistic Designs. He is a master with Venetian plaster, and not many people know how to do Venetian plaster. He might be the only person in the Tampa Bay area that knows how to do it properly. So he's gonna do a huge Venetian plaster wall up and over. It's gonna be an amazing accent piece for this bathroom, and I'm super excited for you to see this all come together. This will be its own standalone video. You'll see big videos of demolition and the whole bathroom coming together, and then we'll do a separate video for Justin and his amazing Artistic Designs Venetian plaster. But until then, watch closely. Keep going. I hope you're doing well during this coronavirus lockdown. We are still working because we are considered essential personnel. We'll talk to you very soon. Thanks for watching.